Remember, please get your parents' consent before attempting any activity.
Hey y'all, this is Miss Ross, the Activity Boss. I'm here with BGCSA Live, your virtual Boys and Girls Club. And today we're going to do a really fun engineering activity, and we're going to make our own cars that are powered by balloons. So in real life, engineers make cars, and it takes a whole bunch of people to try to figure out how to make a car and how to make it safe. Today we're going to experiment around with different materials and try to figure out how to make our own card out of cardboard and a balloon and try to see if we can make it go. So I'm going to teach you how to do that, and I'm also going to teach you about some engineering and science concepts called propulsion and Newton's third law of motion. So let's get to it. To make this balloon-powered car, you need quite a few things that you can find at home. You need a ruler, a pencil, a wooden skewer, you can get that at the grocery store, 2 straws, a balloon, some scissors, some cardboard, some tape, and some glue. And then you just need something that's about this size and circular so that you can trace out a perfect circle to make your wheels. And it's important to make your wheels all the exact same size and a perfect circle. So you can search around your house and find something like this. This is a candle holder that I have. Okay. So we're going to start by measuring out our supplies. So our wooden skewer needs to be 2 pieces that are 4 inches long. So I'm going to make some pencil marks at 4 and 8 inches. And I'm going to use some garden shears to cut mine just because it's easier than using scissors. And you absolutely have to get your parents' help for cutting this wooden skewer. And if an adult has garden shears in your house, I find it's a lot easier than using just regular scissors, but regular scissors would also work. Okay. Then you're gonna measure your straw, and you need 2 3-inch pieces. So I'm gonna make a pencil mark at 3 inches and 6 inches. And you can take some scissors and cut on the pencil mark. And you want to make sure to use the 2 pieces that don't have the expandy part. You don't want to use that part. And the next thing we have to do is measure the base of our car. So the base is going to be 3 inches by 6 inches. And then you can cut out your base. Now I have my 3-inch by 6-inch base cut out. And next I'm going to make my wheels. So I'm going to make mine out of cardboard, and I'm going to trace around this candle holder. And this is actually the most important step of the process. So you want to take your time with this because you want to make sure that all your wheels are exactly the same size and that they're pretty much perfect circles. Because if they're really raggedy or they're different sizes, your car is just not going to move. So now I have my 4 circles, and you can kind of put your finger around the edge, and that also helps to make them roll a little bit better, so they're not as ragged after you just cut them. And with your parents' help, you can take the sharp end of your skewer and find the center of all the circles, and then you're going to poke that skewer through. It's really important that you poke it through the center of the wheels, otherwise the wheels won't roll right. So it's good to draw your circle first, and you can either measure it or you can eyeball it. I'm just eyeballing it. You can kind of tell where the center is. If you want it to be super precise, you could measure it. But before you just poke it through, make sure you draw your circle first. Make sure you have your fingers out of the way. The skewer's not too super sharp, but it still would hurt. All right, so now we have our wheels, all the parts of our car. So you're gonna take one of the bamboo skewers that you cut, put it through. Do the same here. And then put it through your car wheels. And you want them to be about even on both sides. Okay. Then you're going to take some tape. I'm going to use some duct tape. Cut a piece off. And what I found from experimenting is that the wheels work a lot better if you just have the skewer kind of right on the edge and then you tape it into place. Two wheels and axles, and then you're going to tape it onto your board so that they rest. All right, So we have most of our car built now. And you want to try it out and make sure that it rolls. If it's not rolling, you can test your wheels, make sure that they're all the same size. Just do different troubleshooting, make sure they're all touching the ground, things like that. There are lots of different little adjustments that you can make. So the last step is to take a balloon and you're going to cut off the end. And then take a straw and put it through the straw. And you can take some tape and tape the balloon to the straw because you don't want any air to come out of it. So you want the tape to both go on the straw and on the balloon. And then you'll put your mouth on this end and blow, and it'll make the balloon fill with air. And then you want to put it about halfway down your car, and you can tape it on. I'm going to use duct tape so it's really secure. All right, so now you have your car built. And I had to make 3 different adjustments to mine when I was doing it. So one adjustment that I made is that I felt like the wheels were just moving around too much like that. So I put a little bit of masking tape between where the straw is and where the wheels are. And so that just keeps it from moving around too much. And that made my car work a lot better. I also put a little bit of glue on the wheels so that they stayed in place better. And I put some construction paper on mine just to decorate it a bit. So now I'll show you how it works. Today we created a balloon-powered car, and what we learned about was physics. And physics is a branch of science that is all about energy. And physics is a branch of science that is all about energy and motion. Our balloon-powered car worked using something called Newton's third law of motion. So Newton's third law of motion states that for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So in the case of our balloon-powered car, the action was blowing into the straw and having the balloon fill with air. And then when we let it go, the reaction was that the balloon car shot forward. So the action was releasing your finger from the straw and air going out. And there was an equal but opposite reaction the other way that forced our car to move forward. So that was all about Newton's third law of motion. Our car uses propulsion, which is the process of pushing or pulling to get an object to move forward. Our balloon-powered car also uses kinetic and potential energy. So when we filled up the balloon, it had potential energy. The energy stored could make the object move, but it's not moving yet. And then when we release, it changes to kinetic energy, which is the energy of motion, which causes the car to move. So you can mess around with using different materials. I also tried making one using a water bottle, and I poked some holes using a screw. You could get an adult to help you with that to make different wheels. You could also mess around with this model, and you could make the wheels smaller at the front and bigger at the back. So engineering is all about using different materials and experimenting to see what works the best. So you're going to have to do some experimentation to try and figure out how to make your car move as well as it can. You can check out our other virtual club videos on Facebook and YouTube at BGC South AL. You can also subscribe to our channel and like or share this video and let us know what you think about it. You can also sign up for our summer camp, Camp Chandler Tonsmeyer, for some social distancing fun. You can sign up by going to our website, www.bgcsouthal.org/camp. See you next time.